is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Mike in Wilmington. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good, pal. Good. I'm calling to give you a compliment because I just want your listeners to know that you are on your game right now. I've been listening to you for a lot of years, Tom, and you are on your game. And I'll tell you, I'll never forget you calling King Dollar back when it was in the 70s. You saying it was going here, and everybody couldn't even believe that it could even dream that it was ever going to go back to the 90s.
I appreciate the feedback, man.
All right, pal.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Love is unconditional. And love, there are no conditions. You love for no reason with no justification. You are free to be what you are, and you allow others to be what they are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 87, NASDAQ up 54, S&P's up 12, gold contract up $6.80, trading at $1,263 an ounce. Silver up 15 cents at $17.63 an ounce. Platinum up $7 at $9.44 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.10 a pound. Light sweet crude up 27 cents at $50.64 a barrel. Notes up 6 ticks, 130.10. Bonds are up 12 ticks, 164.10. The notes got back inside the higher range yesterday. The bonds are making their way back inside. Bottom line, folks, no matter what the Fed wants to do, guess what? What the market wants to do is have higher numbered notes and bonds, lower yield. King dollar up 12 ticks, trading at 97.89. The euro is at $1.09, and the yen is trading at 103.88. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so you take a look at the SPY. What we have here in earnings, we're going to be knee-deep in earnings, as our man Kevin Hink says at TD Ameritrade, Think or Swim. Bottom line, what did we do yesterday? Yesterday, you go down into last Thursday's price bar. We do it with dramatically lighter volume. We did 58 million shares. You're going into 101 million shares. Guess what? Bottom line, no volume on the way down. What does this set up? This sets up a run to $217.03. Now, the 217.03, folks, is where we had the downdraft on September 9th. And my take is that it's just going to crawl up there. I expect, you're going to crawl up there with light volume, and the S&Ps aren't going to be able to make a new high. Dow Industrials, it's still a great trading range. That's the real bottom line. It's a little trader's paradise here. Dow Industrials up $84. Dow did the exact same thing. You're trading right now at 18,170. Game is out here for 18,404. Now, that's your S&Ps. That's your Dow Industrial. NDX, different ball game. This is NDX up $54. This is NASDAQ 100. We're at 48.50. Bottom line, that's going to go after the high of 49.04, and the NDX can take it out. That's the way that this is setting up right now. Bottom line, this NDX can take it out. Let me just see something. So you got 148.95. Yeah, this could get interesting. 1, 2. This could be almost a pattern is almost setting up here, like 3 drives to the top, and then it will implode. Bottom line, it can take it out, though, because the amount of NDX stocks that are coming out at the end of this week, and particularly into next week, it has the power to take it out. NASDAQ Composite, same setup in the composite. The composite's up $53. You're at 52.53. That high that it's going after is up there at 53.40. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold out here today, you have $6.90. You have the volume behind the move. You get, let's see, we got 139,000 contracts. That's what it takes. Bottom line, you're getting over these swing points. Had 150. We're at 1263. And the way that gold is setting up right now, the way it looks to me right now, it almost looks like something is going to fly tonight. And it looks to me like gold wants to gap higher tomorrow. We'll see where this shakes out. See, gold still has to get back inside 1269 in order to really get going. But the way that the equities have set up today, the equities look to me like they're going to do another gap. Silver, we go take a look at the silver market. What do we have with silver? Silver out here has done the same type of setup. You had good volume in the silver market. Silver is closer to getting inside the downdraft from the October 4th level. We're at $17.63. $17.74 is the number to get back inside of that. Bonds, the 10-year note. What do we have with the 10-year note is this. 10-year note wants higher price, lower yield. 10-year note right now is trading at 130.10, and as soon as it got back inside the 129.26, guess what? Bottom line, this wants to get up into the 131.23 area, and the 30-year bond is making its way up into that area. Right now, the 30-year, that had rejected lower price yesterday, had lighter volume, crawling its way back into the larger range, and we're just about there. You're only 3 ticks away from the larger range. Right now, we're trading at 164.10. 164.13 would get you inside that larger range. And you get inside that larger range, guess what? Can't bust them down. Let's say it's going to bust them up. And game is on one more time to get up into those highs. King dollar. You talk about volatility. We've had it in King dollar out here today, the dollar index. It's been in a consolidation. The bottom of that consolidation was 97.60, 97.600. Top of it is 97.965. And right now you're laying out here at 97.870. The 97... There she is. The 97.610, folks, is the July swing high. It hasn't. It's touched it today. It decided, hey, I don't want to hang out there. Bottom line, the way that the market is trading and the way that the gold and silver equities are trading, that's telling me that this thing wants to get back inside there. Because if we do go look at the XAU and the HUI, they not only have juice. The XAU is trading at up 284. It's back inside the October 4th level. It just had to get back inside 83.23. It's in there. Gold Bugs Index, same setup in the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index had to get back. It's up $8. That had to get back inside 203.55 near 210. In both cases, what that sets up a run from where the gold market broke down from. Okay, so you're gonna see some heavy volatility coming in these metal markets. And bottom line is that with those metals wanting higher price, that's telling me the dollar wants lower price. The bonds have already proved they want higher price. They're on their way right now, and as is the S&P. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow right now is up 84. Nasdaq's up 53. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 84. We get the Nasdaq up 53. S&Ps are up by 12.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Darryl Martin. Darryl, myself, my son Tom, we do a great show every Monday and Friday, folks. The Nadex Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex product right now, a great time to do it. Particularly, folks, when you have earnings coming in. At the end of the day, these NDX stocks, they come out with earnings at 5 past 4. The market doesn't close the quarter past 4. Huge amount of opportunity. Currencies have been moving in an incredible way. So come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit that banner. They bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can, of course, follow along with us of how these defined option contracts trade. Darryl Martin, what's going on?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm loving these markets.
I'm telling you, it's pretty intense, man.
Yeah, we're getting really, really good markets. Lots of nice trends.
Lots of nice trends. Huge volatility.
Exactly.
A
lot of people back off, and I'm like, no, this is when you trade for these days. These are the days that you're supposed to be living for, right here.
There's no doubt, and between the euro and the yen today, man, that thing has been moving beyond belief, folks. And it's almost like, okay, what's going on in these currency markets between the dollar, the euro, and the yen? I mean, they're in a consolidation, but for currencies, it's a very large consolidation in the span of 6 hours, man.
Yeah. So it's not just a little bitty,
It's not.
It's not a little bitty chop move. So
no,
it's
more not.
Swing bounce. So.
And
bonds are moving great.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of good stuff going on.
And of course, what ends up happening is that like Netflix, after the close last night on Netflix, folks, Netflix moved the NDX 12 points at 5 minutes past 4. And so the way that these contracts work, whether you're a bull or a bear, there's trades out there that are very defined risks that are pretty amazing, actually. So,
I love earnings season. I mean, you go in, and especially the tech stocks.
Exactly. Well, and this is going to be a big one. I know you've got Google before. You got Amazon, folks. Amazon is coming out at 1 minute past 4 on the 27th. And Google, and this is where this goes, Google is coming out on the 27th, and they come out a split second after 4. So it's
the contracts don't expire till 4:15.
Exactly.
So you got 15 minutes of movement.
Right.
Where you can take advantage of it. And a lot of people are like, well, how do you get that extra time? It's like, well, indices and index options and futures trade till that point. So then they open back up a little bit later. But you can actually go in and take advantage of that with a very, like you say, defined risk. And you could take a directional play, or what I usually do is I'm taking multi-directional. So I go in and I don't analyze the fundamentals a whole lot. I just go, I'm pretty sure it's going to move based on how it's pretty much almost moved just about every time. So, I got a high probability of a large move. Therefore, I'm going to play both directions. I'm going to buy like a binary strike above, sell a binary strike below the market.
Well, last night I traded Netflix, and what happened? I was on the wrong side of the market. Unfortunately, I was calling the right side of the market. I felt it was going to bounce, but with Netflix, I think it's going to go down. The bottom line, folks, is that I should have traded both sides of it because it was only $14 risk per contract. So $140 got you $1,400. I could have played both sides of it, and I didn't. I just wasn't thinking fast enough. Yeah, it was a great move, man. I mean, it was a 12-point move. And what happens is that these contracts, the contract, the NDX contract, was right at 47.90, I believe that, or 48.90. No, it was 47.90, I believe. Yeah, it was 47.90. So that was a sweet little deal. And of course, what happens with the Amazon and Google one, because I've traded that one before. What happens is that that's a good one, but they both got to go the right way, because one can push out the other. Do you know what I mean? Which is pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
But and I mean, it's one of those things that's really not that hard to learn, and it's you just think, what if I could say I think it'll go up or down? I mean, that's all you're trying to accomplish.
Yes, no, exactly. You're trading the volatility, folks. That's what you're doing. And,
it's like, when do I think it's going to move? Well, when a big announcement's going to come out. And so I get to know when that big move has a high probability of happening because I know when the news is going to come out.
Exactly.
So it's why not be a step ahead and take advantage of that?
Right. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And I found interesting, I started trading this yen. I didn't realize the yen moves so much during our trading session, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, but it does.
I don't know. Yeah.
It moves more during our trading session, it seems, than it does during their trading session.
Yeah, man, I've been digging it. No, the yen today, folks, I mean, this is pretty crazy. The yen has gone from 103.68 to 104.20. Now, it might not seem like a lot, but that's a lot for currencies, and for the type of risk, the defined risk you got, it's a nice little deal. And of course, what happens even on Sunday night, Darryl, what I did is that I was selling the yen because I was bullish gold. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another way of being bullish gold, folks. So if yen pulls back, it seems like the metal market likes to go to higher price. So So lots of numbers coming out, man. There's no doubt about it. And
earnings season, take advantage of it.
Oh, it's a big number. So what else is going on in life?
Well, I've had some kidney stuff going on, but that's getting better. So
good.
Yeah.
Good. And you're going to be happy about that, right?
Yeah. And I've lost like 35 pounds.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
So
yeah.
And to knock it 1 pound at a time, right?
I'll tell you, listen, man, it's a big deal. And once you the hardest thing is to start, right? That's the bottom. Once you're on the road, you're on the road, man. Which is it's funny. We talk about momentum in the stock market, but it's momentum in life too, right? It really is, man. It's like crazy. It's like good habits won't die. You want to get rid of, it's a good scene, man.
You just get to where you don't want certain things, you do want other things. So
yeah, because you start feeling good, right?
Yep, exactly. You eat something and you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have ate that. And before, you couldn't even tell, and now you're like, wow, shouldn't have ate that.
I know. I love eating a gallon of ice cream on a Sunday night. Monday morning, no, guess what? I'm in a freaking coma. I am. Seriously, man. I can't do it. And so what's so funny about this is that Sunday, picture this, folks, the football games are on, and man, I wanted to buy ice cream so bad. And I says, I'm not going to do it, man. And I'm so happy I didn't do it Monday morning. Seriously.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy.
It just takes over.
It definitely takes over. That and caramel, forget it, man. Especially, anyway. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. And, of course, on Mondays and Fridays, Darryl, myself, Tommy, 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. This is a great time to try out the demonstration model of the Nadex platform, folks, because you're going to get so many movements so quickly, so many times. It's like tonight, ISRG. This will move. Intuitive Surgical is going to move the NDX tonight. It's up $12 right now, but this is a cycle stock. I mean, this can go up $50 after the close or down $50. So it's like one of those deals. It's like, okay, you look for contract that is right where the NDX is at 4 o'clock, and you're going to be paying like hardly no premium at all. Okay, brother. Well, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show on Friday.
All right, man. See you then.
Thank you. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 82. NASDAQ is up 50. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
My name is Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and host of the Trader's Edge Show heard daily here at TFNN.com. On Wednesday, October 19th at 5 p.m., I'll be hosting a special one-hour event, Trading Range Boundary Lines, where I'll teach subscribers how to identify hidden support and resistance levels, the kind that you definitely need to be aware of for your trading and investing. You'll learn how to plot major horizontal support and resistance, how to identify breakouts and breakdowns, and how to project the next price move. These support and resistance levels work for stocks, ETFs, futures contracts, currencies, and these patterns work on every time frame. By signing up for Mastering Probability right now, you get the first month of my newsletter service for only $49, and that includes October 19th's Trading Range Boundary webinar. Plus, if you sign up now, I'll include access to my 3 one-hour workshops, the ultimate trading signals, the ultimate reversal signals, and the long, short line that every trader needs to know. This is an investment you won't regret. For all the details of the upcoming workshop and reserve your seat today, visit the front page of TFNN.com now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 75. You get the NASDAQ up 48. S&Ps are up 11. Inside the NDX 100, when we take a look at the strength versus the weakness, this is what you have. The strength out here is Netflix. That's up 18% or $18.84. Vertex Pharmaceutical is up 3% off $2.46. TripAdvisor is up 2.9%. Excuse me, folks, are $1.80. You have Illumina up 2.9%, or $4. Taken away from it, Ross Stores down 1%. Other than that, there's not many stocks that are down, that are off that much at all inside the NDX. So you have Ulta Salon down 0.8%. That's after the thing has been going to the moon. Fastenal is down 0.3%. Inside the Dow Industrials, what you have is that the leader out here is United Health, up 7%. Goldman's up 2%. That's interesting. Goldman held price. The rest of these banks haven't held price. So Goldman's up 2%. They come out with numbers, big numbers. DuPont is up by 1.2%. Taken away from it, Johnson & Johnson is down 2.7%, 327. You have Big Blue, IBM down 2.6. That came out with numbers also. Their main numbers, bottom line, have gone down. Big Mac, McDonald's, they've not only gone down, they're going down for 13 straight quarters in a row, folks. That's their service business. Their cloud business is going up, however. Visa is down 0.6%. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, let's go take a look at some of these. So we take a look at you got Bank of America up 18%, Chesapeake Energy's up 17%, Advanced Micro's up 7%. Let's go back over to, I believe, INTC. So INTC. Intel is coming out. Yeah, so Intel's coming out with numbers tonight. Intel is trading at $37.78. So this will be interesting because this is pushing into its high with volume. This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out, man. Yeah, Intel looks like it wants higher price. You know, now Intel, you know, you start moving higher price in Intel. Intel also, what Intel is going to do with higher price is that would affect the NDX 100, the composite, as well as the Dow Industrials. So let me just see Intel for a second. This looks like it's an ABC up. So you got 30, 44, 35. So it's about 350, no, 550. Oh, interesting. It's just, now, so Intel's just finishing an ABC up, but it's 38, it's $39. So Intel's still saying it wants to gap. That's how this looks. Intel looks like it's going to gap higher at the when they come out with that number. That's going to be a big number, man. No doubt is going to put some fuel into the NDX 100. ISRG. Let's go back to Intuitive Surgical and take a look at Intuitive Surgical. So Intuitive Surgical is up $12. You're at $721. This is going up with volume too. Man, oh man. Oh, this can just be bizarre, folks. I'm telling you. This is going to be Intuitive Surgical. Hey, this thing's, let me put this on a monthly. So on a monthly it doesn't look that great. Well, let's see, 7 million shares. No, on a monthly it's all right too. 8 million shares, 600, 250. I think we're going to have a heck of a market after the closeout here, folks, because it looks to me, even though the NASDAQ is up a good amount right now, it looks to me like you're going to see these NQs move actually even higher after the close. What the difference is, ISRG, what we don't know what time Intuitive Surgical is coming out. INTC. Let me see if Intel says what time they're coming out. Yeah, and so Intel is going to be right out at 4 o'clock. So Intel will affect the market, will affect the futures market, where Intuitive Surgical, if it does come out, yeah, it'll affect it. What happens is that if you're trading that 4 o'clock to 4:15 lever, though, what ends up happening is that you got to make sure that their announcement are saying that they're going to be out within that time frame. And most of the time, folks, what does happen is that they tell you exactly what time it's going to come out, and it doesn't mean that it will come out then. But when I say most of the time, 95% of the time, it comes out when they say it's going to come out. You know, like if we do go back over what you're going to see on Amazon, I think it says 1 minute past 4. Yesterday, what ended up happening with Netflix was saying they were coming out at 5 past 4, and they come out at exactly 5 past 4. That's exactly how they pushed that out. Let's go over and we take a look at the SLV. So inside the silver market, you have SLV, which is the ETF for the silver shares. Now, that is up today 16 cents. You're trading at $16.73. That has to get back inside. What I expect it's going to do it back inside 16.82. It's 10 cents. The GLD, if we take a look at the GLD, where the GLD is trading, the GLD is at $120.46. That has to get back inside 120.86. That's how that baby is laid out here right now. And no, there was a question, didn't Netflix come out late last night? No, Netflix came out at exactly 5 past 4, and it moved the NDX 12 points higher. That's how that baby shook out last night. We go take a look at Big Blue, IBM. Now, IBM bottom line, this traded as low as 147 today. You're at 150 now. This is a dangerous stock. The reason it's such a dangerous stock is that what you have is that you have down at you have a high volume swing low on the 27th of June. And all the equities, folks, still have that high volume swing low down there. So that's a problem in a larger sense, not in the sense I suspect for this next couple weeks. Because the next couple weeks, it looks to me that these highs that were generated, particularly in the NDX and the NASDAQ composite, want to get tested. And if I'm right in the context of where I think Intuitive Surgical and Intel want to go tonight, that may come out a lot, that high may be here a lot sooner than we think. Let me just go look at the futures for a second. NQZ6. Okay, so we're laying out here at 48.41. Oh, yeah. That's only $60. So you're up 38 right now. 60, up another 60 gives you the high. This thing's game, you know. If Intel and Intuitive Surgical both had positive, they'd have enough juice inside the NDX 100 to get it there, which is going to be really bizarre. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. And, of course, at 4 o'clock, we're going to have lots of numbers for you. And this being a Tuesday, of course, after my program, we got our man, Mr. Andy Heck, coming up, growling problem with you. Dow Industrials right now up 80. NASDAQ's up 49. S&Ps are up 11. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 77. You get the NASDAQ up 47. S&Ps are up 10. If we take a look at the volume on the NYSE, we're at 520, so that's going to come in about 650, 750. That'll get about 750. We did 706 yesterday. Inside the NASDAQ composite, that's going to need some juice. The composite's only at 1.1. Well, maybe we'll get 1.5, but the NASDAQ composite definitely needs some juice. So what we do have is that, we're getting up to higher price, and the bottom line, the first day out, getting up to higher price, you do have volume pulling back, contracting very quickly. Let's go to Kevin in New York. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Cool, man. Cool. You ready for a good fall?
I am. Fall in New York, and then I'm heading to Orlando for winter.
Oh, beautiful, man. That's nice. That is really nice, no doubt.
Probably the next time I call in, it'll be Kevin from Orlando.
I like it. Totally. So, AMD first?
Yeah, so Tom, I was looking at this. I was kind of looking at it as a Gartley pattern that's in the ABC down portion. It retraced to the 618.618 level. It was moving south, and then it got some juice the other day when they announced their chip deal to supply chips to Alibaba for their web services business.
Okay, yeah.
And I just wanted to get your thought not only on which way you see this going, but I also wanted to get your thought on holding a stock like this into earnings.
Okay, so what's going to happen is that as soon as Intel comes out, this stock's going to move too. Because when Intel comes out, AMD always moves the way that Intel likes to move, meaning up or down. Okay. So you've had this doesn't look good to me. This had a great run, $1.82 February of this year, goes all the way up to $8, and then that volume off the high is a disaster. So.
Yeah, so I was thinking about playing this to the short side.
I wouldn't do that either because there's 12.23% short position in it. That's huge. If you're watching Tiger TV, you can see that right there.
Yeah.
93 million shares shot, 12.23%. That's not good. What happens is that means more than one share out of every 10 shares traded has to get bought, period, just to get rid of that position. I don't like anything even at 6 or 7%. It's just it's too much. GoPro, you want to look at GoPro?
Yeah, so I was looking at GoPro as a potential long up to let's see, what was it? Up to 25.
Okay, so let's take a look at GoPro. It's at 1444 right now. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. So, okay, so this is an equity, folks, that no doubts got killed. Stock went from $98 down to $8.76 last May, but it has a few signs of strength here. Let's see. You're coming into the Christmas season, you know, people are going to be buying whatever they have. $13.83. You know, this looks like it's building cause to try to get to that $16.44 mark. That's what it looks like. And what's cool about a trade like this is that this can be just a counter trend bounce, Kevin, but you're going to get more out of it. Do you know what I mean? And if it's not a counter trend bounce, what would happen is that you're going to get another day or another week like you had on the 23rd of September. And if you get that, then there's going to be real action on this, man. Yeah, I like this trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your general thoughts on holding individual stocks like these into earnings? Because anything can happen, right?
Oh yeah, no, I've done that a million times. If I believe in a stock, I hold it, man. I mean, you know, it's what it is. If I think it's going higher, I mean, I'm trading. I'm just waiting right now to 1 minute to 4, so I'm not going to pay any vig on these earnings coming out at 4 o'clock. So yeah, you're probably talking to the wrong guy asking that question. You know.
I wanted your.
Oh man, you know. But no, listen. When I believe in a stock and I think it's technically set up, and you know, if it's a gold stock, a silver stock, I know them fundamentally. Yeah, I hold them all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if it's one of these deals that I think I don't know, then I don't. That's kind of how I go.
All right, very good.
Listen,
hey, as always, I appreciate your help.
And you have a great rest of the fall, and you're gonna love it down here. The weather has come in just right, man. I mean, it just what happens in Florida, folks. Okay, like September can get wicked hot, more than the summer. Our September is like more than the summer, and then it just faded away, man. It's like beautiful. It's just like amazing, you know. So. Enjoy it up there and then get your butt down here.
I'll talk to you soon. Thanks
okay,
again.
man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Yeah, so let's see where we're at here. We're at the Dow's still holding. These prices are going to hold. It looks to me like not only the prices are going to hold, but the way that this market is setting up. Let me just look at this for a second. So you know, okay, so what happens in consolidations too, folks, and like the SPYs and this big consolidation, yeah, and that's what it's doing. It's been gapping all over the place. So what happens is that, like, we gapped up this morning. We can come in with probably some pretty good numbers. We'll gap up again. That's just a consolidation. Consolidations, once they're set in place, you can gap down, you gap up, and that's what we've been doing. You know, the cool thing is that it's a much larger consolidation than the consolidation we were in from July until September 9th. You know, and a larger consolidation means you can trade both sides of it. Let's go to Mark in Fort Collins. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how you doing today?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing great.
Cool.
Hey, so I played the JDST a while ago, and I got in around $20 post-split.
Okay.
And then I rode it all the way up and got out at 37, so it was a great trade.
Okay.
And I've been kind of watching it and thinking I might want to grab it again. And I was looking at the GDXJ, which I think is what it trades off of.
Yep.
And doesn't have enough volume to be doing an ABC up here. It's actually coming into a big red down bar from the 4th of October with about 1/4 of the volume. So I was thinking of potentially pulling the trigger on the JDST again, seeing if I could ride it up to see if it's going to test out those highs again. But I don't know. You're the gold guru, so I thought I'd check in with you.
Well, let's take a look. I wouldn't do it yet, but just so you know, I'm on the other side of this. I got the NUGT. You know,
yeah,
so
I almost bought when I sold it. Originally, I almost jumped into the NUGT, but I just wasn't confident enough to go for it.
Yeah.
So it would have been a great trade.
Yeah, in both of these, folks, the NUGT and the JDST, they're great trading vehicles. And Hey, stay right there, and I trade both of them a lot.
Okay.
So you stay right there. We're going to be bisecting and dissecting. And I would tell you, don't buy that in the break, man. I think I know there's a little light volume on the JDX, the GDX and GDXJ today, but it looks to me like this thing's going to gap tomorrow. So, but stay right here. We'll be coming right back.
Okay.
Larry Pesavento has just announced a special offer for subscribers to his trading service, Fibonacci 24/7. Right now, you can get a month of Larry's Fibonacci 24/7 while gaining access to his upcoming live webinar, The Pattern That H.M. Gartley Missed, taking place Wednesday, October 26th. This live workshop will be archived for subscribers if you cannot attend live. And if you order right now, we'll also send you a copy of Larry's book, A Trader's Guide to Financial Astrology. This book retails for $90, but we'll send it to you as part of this special offer that runs through the night of the workshop, Wednesday, October 26th. Sign up now and get a free copy of Larry's book, a month of his Fibonacci 24/7 trading service, and a live workshop on the pattern that H.M. Gartley missed. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, this is an offer that you can't let pass you by. Sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Mark from Fort Collins, and we're talking about the JDST, which is the 300% inverse correlation daily, direction daily junior miners 300% inverse correlation of the market vectors gold miners trust, which is the GDXJ. So I think the way that, you look at this is that well, first off, we're into the downdraft mark from the October 4th level. So it's like, okay, that can go to the top of that in a second, which is 42.10.
Right.
You get volume of 10 million right now. It's into 20, so I can see what you're looking at there. But what you can expect, I don't trade the juniors as much as I trade the GDX, and I'll show you something on the GDX. But in both of these, folks, is monster volume that comes in at the end of the market all the time. So right now, you're at 45 million going into 78. I can sell the same thing. It's like, okay, it's just really going to be, what are they going to pull in at the end? But
Also going into 232, coming down on the 4th.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a big number. Listen, yeah. I just think my take on this counter trend, well, I don't know if it's a counter trend bounce yet. What I feel is this, is that it wants to go all the way back up to 25.56. And we'll find out how we get there. Is this a much larger ABC structure on the way down? You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But because of the amount of the energy that came down on October 4th, it took the down energy out of the market inside the golds. That's how I'm trading it. You know,
Okay.
that it came down way too fast. So we'll have a good inclination as it goes up. You know, is it up on light volume all the way? If it is and it hits it, then it's a bigger ABC down. So then we just flip the position again. But I wouldn't walk into that position tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm also you can also draw a little downtrend line from the top of 922 through all the little tops, and that if that downtrend line kind of could potentially intersect around tomorrow with the top of that big down bar.
Yes.
It might also be another.
And take into consideration, what I'm taking into consideration also is that the dollar still looks weak to me. It wants to pull back. The S&P still wants to go higher. So what happens inside the gold and silver equities, S&P goes higher, they like to go higher. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you know, these numbers are coming out and they're moving around. And, you know, as I said just a little bit earlier, it looks to me that, you know, Intel hasn't been that great lately, but Intel is pushing its swing point in volume. So I think after the close, Intel's going to jump over this $38.36.
Wow.
Which, yeah, I know. So, you know, when I start putting some of that stuff together, it's like, you know what? The market wants to get the NDX 100 and the NASDAQ composite look to me like they're going to test the highs. And the more I'm sitting here looking at it, man, they just might blow those highs away, man. It might be a 3 drive to the top pattern that we're looking at. They're really deviant patterns, but they're beautiful to trade. And I think I got to look at it closer. It looks like we already have 2 right now, and that could just really flip everyone out, get to another high, and then all of a sudden give up the ghost, man. And the giving up the ghost, folks, would be after the 27th when you have Google coming out, you have Amazon coming out, you have Facebook coming out November 2nd. That could be like the plateau that, bang, everyone's out. Okay, now, what are you going to do for me now? You know?
All right, well, thanks for your input. I appreciate it.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. So bottom line, 4 o'clock, we're going to have a lot of action out here, folks, because right at 4, you have Intel coming out. We don't know what time Intuitive Surgical comes out, ISRG, but that's going to be after the close, too. And there's going to be action. And Intuitive Surgical looks to me like it wants to go higher, too. So if that gets out before quarter past, that is going to be a big number, man, because I think both of them can put some real juice into the NDX 100. Excuse me, folks. You stay there right there. We're coming right back. Dow up 82, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up 11. We're going to break back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Dell in Texas. Hey, Dell, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
My call. Great.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
I love your show. I just stumbled upon it probably, maybe a month ago.
And how'd you find us?
I found you on YouTube.
YouTube. That's a beautiful thing. Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us. Welcome to the Tiger family, man.
Wow.
I like it. Totally.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Create new agreements based on respect and love. Take the responsibility to make new agreements with those you love. If an agreement doesn't work, change the agreement and create a new one. Use your imagination to explore all the possibilities. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 75, NASDAQ up 44, S&P's up 8, gold contract up $6.60, traded at $1,263 an ounce. Silver up 15 cents at $17.63 an ounce. Platinum up $7 at $9.44 an ounce. Copper, flat at $2.10 a pound. Light sweet crude up 35 cents, trading at $50.72 a barrel. Notes, the 10-year note up 6 ticks, 130.10. 30-year bond up 15 ticks, 164.13. King dollar up 22 ticks, 97.90. The euro is trading at $1.09, and the yen is at 103.85. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. SPY, 72 million shares. Yesterday, you go downtown with 58. It was going into 101. No volume on the way down. We get light volume on the way up, but guess what? The SPY is at 213.67. SPY is going to make its way, or try to make its way, up to the 217.03, which is the downdraft from September 9th. Dow Industrial, same type of setup. Dow Industrial's out here. We're up $75. You're at 18,161, and I expect what you're going to see is going to try to get into 18,404. NDX 100 and the NASDAQ Composite, different animals. I think both of them are going to go for the highs. We'll see whether it can make the highs. 48.39 is where we are right now, and the high in the NDX 100 is 49.04. Intel came out with numbers. Intel closed at 37.75. It's trading 36.30. Not the end of the world for Intel. We'll go through the numbers, but that's still, it's off a buck, but it's really hanging at its highs. NASDAQ Composite, same setup in the NASDAQ Composite. What you have with the composite? The composite's trading at 52.43. The high that I suspect it's going to go for is the 53.40. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here today, folks, had a low of $1,255, a high of $1,263. You've done 141,000 contracts. Gold's building cause to get back inside the downdraft from October 4th. That downdraft is 1269. You get gold back inside that, that would send gold up into 1310, 1305 to 1310. That's where it broke down from on October 4th. Silver, exact same setup inside the silver market. What you have is this. Silver out here. Silver is up 16 cents. You're trading at $17.63. Silver out here is building cause to get into $17.74. Bonds, the 10-year bond, the 10-year note rather, 10-year note out here, going to be pretty wild. So the 10-year note, folks, got under its swing point from October 13th. That swing point was 129.26. It went back inside it last Wednesday. Guess what? 10-year now wants to make a run for 131.23. And what that says higher price, lower yield. Hard to believe, but guess what? That's what the market's doing. Inside the 30-year, we're right at it. It looks to me like the 30-year is going to go for it tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting watching this shake out. The 30-year right now is at 164.13, and that's the exact number, the 164.13, that once it's inside of that, that sets up that the 30-year can get up to 170.01. Now, King Dollar. King Dollar has had some nice volatility out here today. King Dollar is trading over its July swing high. That swing high is 97,610. We got down to 97,600 today and rejected it. We've only done 16,000 contracts. So bottom line is that good old King Dollar looks to me like it's trying to get back inside of 97,610. You know, we'll see whether it can make it or break it, if it can get inside there. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, just come out with numbers. Intuitive Surgical closed at, well, I think they might have. Let's see. 721. Let's see if they come out. Yeah, they come out. Okay, so what's unusual is it's trading at the exact same price. Intuitive Surgical closed at 721.73. It's trading at 721. Now, for a cycle stock, that is very unusual. Yahoo just come out with numbers also. Yahoo closed at $41.68. That also is trading at 41.76. Cree come out with numbers. Cree closed at 25.20. That's trading at $24. Let's go back to Intel for a second. So Intel closed at 37.75. That's trading at 36.16. And numbers on Intel, the estimate was 67 cents. They made 69. Their profit, operating profit, the estimate was 4.6 million. They made 5.1 million. Evidently, the market's looking for more. They're taking a $1.8 billion restructuring charge. Man, that's a decent restructuring charge, no doubt, right? No doubt about that. Market-wise, so what you're looking at is this. Bottom line, these highs that have been out here inside the NDX 100, as well as the NASDAQ Composite, I expect they're going to get hit. Intel, is going to be light. That's down $1. That would affect the NDX 100 as well as the Dow Industrials. The futures right now, the NQs, what the NQs did, the NQs went from a price point of 48.33 to 48.24, but bottom line, even at 48.24, you're still up $21. And what you will see, I suspect, is that SISRG, as we go through the next 15, 20 minutes, there she goes already, yeah. Intuitive Surgical is going to basically start pumping some blood into the NDX 100. It's up $7 right now. This stock, folks, I've seen this stock go up and down over $25 in 10 minutes after it comes out with numbers. I wouldn't be trading it, but it is a cycle stock. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials up 75, NASDAQ up 44, S&P's up 9. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523.
The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow finished up 75, Nasdaq up 44, S&P's up 8.5. As we do every Tuesday and Thursday, we have our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we start live programming 8 o'clock in the morning. We go at 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon live programming. We take that, we replay it all night long. Tuesday, Thursday, we start at 7 o'clock in the morning. We go to 6 in the afternoon. Take that, play it all night long. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Andy has a great program, the Technomental Commodity Report. That's on from 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Now, all this programming you can get right on your cell phone. You just go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you're going to hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio, some great programming. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is coming right up with you. He also has a great newsletter. The way you get it, come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, and you can test drive Andy's Technomental Commodity Report 30 days, absolutely free. And guess what, folks? I think commodities are happening once again. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Oh, they're happening. How
They're
are
happening, man, aren't they? It's just, I can smell it. Smell it.
Well, you know what I could smell?
What?
I could smell tomorrow night. I'm going to open that popcorn you sent me,
Oh,
which
good.
I'd like to thank you very much for. I saved it for the final one in my hometown.
I love it.
And I got to tell you, I was out and about yesterday afternoon, and the traffic here is insane around the strip.
So the debates in Las Vegas? Oh, my God.
It's at UNLV, a couple of blocks away from the strip, right near McCarran.
Where they built the basketball court. No, I know right what you mean, man. Oh, my God.
Oh,
wow.
It's going to be tomorrow. Will be an absolute zoo. I'm going to lock myself in the house tomorrow.
Well, listen, you're going to have a blast there. I'll be eating some popcorn with you, man.
Oh, yeah. It should be, tomorrow should be the most, I say it'll be the most entertaining of all.
It should be.
That's my prediction.
Yeah.
It's all gloves off. You know what I mean? So should be great. Thank you for the popcorn. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks very tasty. Took all of my, my ability to kind of not open it up before.
Totally.
But I waited.
I love it. I love it.
Anyway, so precious metals look like they want to rally to me here.
Yeah.
They're very oversold. As long as the dollar doesn't blast off to the upside, I think we got a pretty good chance of a nice rally in gold and silver and platinum and palladium. They're all kind of off the mat here, and I think they're in oversold territory. They look ready to rally. Now, on the other hand, the other side of that, copper does not look ready to rally. Copper failed for the fourth time since March. It's made lower highs.
Okay.
And this thing looks weak.
Yeah.
This thing looks very weak. Switching over to the energies, natural gas Thursday, the EIA will tell us, the inventory build. Last year was around 85 BCF. Anything under 75 BCF, I think we could go and fill that gap on the weekly chart between 335 and 344, dating back to December 2015.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting. So, as Andy's saying, folks, the natural gas numbers are Thursday. And, I like what happened today then. Okay, cool. See, the ABC price projection was 350. It hit 355. And then today, this rejected higher price. Oh, I like it. With lighter volume. Okay, cool.
All right. No, I think it looks good. I think, but it's still early in the year for this commodity. And Tom, we got to wait until the winter season because that's the ultimate arbiter. That's what'll push it to $4 if we get a cold spell early.
Oh, I agree. This looks to me like it's a sell right now, back down at 325 or something. And then, hey, listen, again, Bill Cosgrove, it did what it's supposed to do. It was ABC up.
Right.
It did the full price projection. Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Technically, it's acting very well.
Yeah.
The one that affects all the commodities, maybe not natural gas so much, but all the others, is the dollar.
Yeah.
I kind of get the sense that the dollar might want to pull back to 96.
Hey, listen, it's a close call. Listen, that's my take too, but it's a close one. I know.
It's a close one.
It is, and what happens, folks?
It's either pulling back to 96 or it's going to 100.
Yeah, it's I've been trading it the last 2 days, and it's so volatile. It's unbelievable, folks. It's unusual. It's unusually volatile intraday.
Well, we have an unusual election. I think that's helping it.
Well, I know one of the Tigers was saying, I think that the debate's going to be at Circus, right?
No, it's at UNLV. It's
I know.
I'm sorry. Yes, I got that now. I'm a little slow on the uptake today. But yes.
Thanks,
well,
Danny.
wherever it'll go, it's a 3-ring circuit. Actually, it's a 2-ring circuit.
Oh, shit.
It'll be interesting. They have the Fox moderator on this time, so that should give it a different kind of twist.
Yeah. Totally.
No question about that. So, these commodities are interesting. I mean, the grains have bounced nicely. We had a bounce in soybeans. I mean, that gave up a little today, but it's been up. It was up 3 prior sessions.
Yeah.
Corn also, nice little move. Closed near the lows today. And wheat also up at about 420. So in the sell the rumor, buy the news on the WASD last week, all of these things are correcting a little bit here. I'd say the upside is fairly limited, but the downside in meats does not seem limited.
Really?
We have cattle, trading at below $1, very ugly. We have hogs trading at the lowest price since 2002.
I wonder what's going on there, man.
There's a lot of supply, a lot of supply of hogs. I mean, that's for sure. These things are in free fall. Support is at 30 cents a pound.
They grow them pretty quick anyway, right? I mean,
hogs grow quick. Cows don't.
No.
Hogs do. So, it's going to be a very interesting one. Another one to point out here for the commodity bulls. I mean, we got a mixed bag all over the place. Coffee's looking great. I mean, coffee's up 5 days in a row. It's just under the highs from September the 22nd at over 160. But, if we can get above that 160, it looks like 170 is in the sights for coffee. And on the fundamental side, there is a shortage in Robusta beans.
Okay.
Here's a weekly chart in the coffee. And you could see that it's really done very, very well since about March or so. When it hit lows of like 111, we've had almost a 50% rally.
Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mike is asking if platinum's going to gap up tomorrow. I got to tell you, platinum has been the ugliest performer of all of these precious metals. But I think platinum can gap up because look at this stochastic. It's down at 10. It's crossing deeply in oversold territory. You just threw this kitchen sink at this thing, and now it's starting to round on the bottom. So I wouldn't be surprised to see platinum back up at 1,000 very quickly.
Let's talk about this a little, because this is, what happens, folks, is that platinum is one of the most precious metals out there. It's much harder to mine than gold. There's less of it, and they actually use it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, on a per ounce produced basis, it blows gold away.
Oh,
and it's also used for jewelry.
No, totally. I know. And,
right.
And it hasn't been able to get out of its way now for 2 years, which is just a mind blower, man.
Yes, it has not traded at a premium to the price of gold since 2014. That is an anomaly in itself.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what's the nickname for platinum, right? Rich man's gold.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So platinum. Platinum, I think, is the best bargain, the best value.
No, I agree.
Out there.
Just that the longer this goes on, it's like, okay, is there something else that we're missing here, man? It's like, you're not missing it, folks, if you're going for precious metal. I'm just trying to figure out a supply side. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, stay right there, all right?
Sure.
Andy and I are coming right back, folks. You stay right there. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in your world. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, swim lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, and we had a bunch of numbers come out. Intel come out. That stock closed at $37.75. That's trading at $36.28 right now. Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. This equity closed at $7.21. That's trading at $7.29, so that's up $8. Cree closed at $25.20. That's trading at $22.98. Yahoo closed at $41.68, and that's trading at $42.12. So bottom line, we are in volatility, no doubt. Markets are out there, and you know what's wild, Andy, is that it seems, you know, it might take as if the S&P wants to get up to where the downdraft was September 9th. I don't think it's going to make new highs, but it's wild when the S&P does want to go up, man. That's when these commodities go up too, man. I mean, they move with them, you know.
And I think that we've seen, you know, that the prospects of a Clinton victory are positive for the stock market here. At least that's kind of what it's been telling us. Don't you think that?
You know,
initially.
Yeah, I guess, you know, I kind of my take is that the S&P and the Dow wants to test that September 9th level. The NASDAQ probably wants to take it out, but then I think it's done.
Yeah,
so we'll find out.
I agree. I mean, I agree with you. I agree. I think that, you know, the valuations at 27 times earnings on the S&P 500 are just too high. And if the dollar does start lurching forward, which even if it comes off to 96, I do expect to see it at 100. That's not going to help corporate profits.
No, listen, the market hates the strong dollar right now.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
What happens, folks, and it, you know, it didn't affect it that much today, but you know, there's something going on with Google, because Google just took out all its highs, and it's an ABC up, folks. So whatever is happening with Google right now, if you're watching Tiger TV, you know, Google hit 801 today. It has 1.9 million shares, and this is the Google that's trading at $795. Okay, so
Wow.
this is a monster ABC up too. 663. My God, it's a 120 point ABC up, which would get you 874.
Yeah, that's what, 12, 13%?
That is, and they're coming out. They're coming out the 27th, as is Amazon, same day.
Well, it's set up for lots of volatility, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and it's you know it's so cool. So picture you get the we get the debate tomorrow night. You get the 27th, and then we get Facebook the 2nd, and then the election is the 8th, right?
And then we get OPEC at the end of the month. So it's going to be wild. It'll be a wild month. Hey, I wanted to mention one other thing. I put up an article that I just had published a couple of minutes ago called Cotton is Looking Fluffy.
Okay.
If you look at the cotton futures market, really nice move since the WASDE. Inventories are coming down and exports are up. China's been buying a decent amount of cotton, and cotton looks like it wants to go and test those August highs at almost 80 cents. I think this thing can go easily 80 to 90 cents.
And you know what's amazing about this? Now, you know, I should have wrapped my head around this a little bit more. So cotton, folks, you know, hit a low in March. Now, when was the scandal at Walmart and all these other stores? I think it was in March, you know?
Uh-huh.
And what it was, folks, is that their largest supplier, there's this company in India, which is the largest supplier of Target, of Walmart. They got caught. They're claiming that there was so much cotton in their sheets, Andy, and there wasn't. And they fired the company. It's one of the largest companies in the world. And they fired them.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I'm saying to myself, okay, so now what are they going to buy more cotton, right?
Well, the inventories of cotton were huge, but they're starting to come down because production, you know, at 60 cents wasn't what it was at over a buck.
Right.
Actually, 227 it got up to in 2011, and now we're seeing like the typical commodity cycle. You know, at the bottom of the cycle, inventories have grown huge. You have the commodity drop below production cost, and demand starts to pick up because the price is cheap. So we're starting to see that now, and we're making higher highs in cotton since March. It just happened to have correspond with that scandal at Walmart. But you know, I like the way this market is trading, and I think 80 to 90 cents is a reasonable target. I mean, I don't see it doing what it did in 2011 at all. But hey, moving from 70 cents to 80 cents is a nice little move.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure you probably saw this. Did you see the Glencore? You know, we've been talking about Glencore, you know, the last couple of years, folks. And what happened is that Glencore was having a hard time. They were trying to basically had too much inventory. And what they end up doing is that they end up selling forward. So now on their books, they got over, I think it's over there's a $120 million loss, man. You know, and so what's happening inside the oil market right now is going up. I don't think it said billion. Would it be billion? No, it's 100 million, right?
No,
it's 100 million.
No.
But anyway,
120 billion would put them out of business.
Yeah, so it's not Glencore. So anyway, what's going on is that they're not getting the bottom line out of this oil now at $50.
Right. Right.
You know.
All right. You know, I mean, what they're doing is they're just trying to clean up their balance sheet, take a lot of risk off so the bankers like them again and they can go scoop up some cheap properties. Listen, they've been selling a lot of assets. They've been reducing debt. When they bought Estrada, I think it was back in 2012, 2013, kind of when the prices were much higher.
Yeah.
They assumed a massive amount of debt, and they thought that the prices would stay up.
Right.
You know, during a bull market, everyone's always bullish. You know, they thought that prices would stay up above production costs. They'd be able to pay down the debt. But when prices tanked, they weren't able to do that. You know, iron ore has helped them. And coal has really helped them.
Yeah.
So what they do, coal has really helped Glencore. Iron ore has really helped Glencore. You know, so those two commodities. Now, copper is not helping them.
Right.
But it helps them in a way because copper is still above production cost.
Right. Right. No.
So they still make a profit. You know, the reason copper can't go up is because all the big guys, and when I say the big guys, I'm talking about BHP, Rio Tinto, Valley, Freeport McMoran, Glencore. They all produce at a profit. So as long as they can produce it, hey, the profit isn't as big as it was in 2011, but it's still a nice profit. As long as they can, inventories are high. As long as they can continue to produce and sell it at the market and make money, those inventories can't come down. That's why copper can't go up. It's pretty simple.
There's no doubt, because then folks, it's volume, and guess what? They got plenty of it.
They got plenty. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
And by the way, and the production cost has actually come down because, even though oil's gone from $26 to 50, it went from 107 to 50.
Oh, I read a story in Australia. I think we talked about this, last month. I read a story in Australia, and what had happened, folks, is that the iron ore had gone up so dramatically that 1 second you could be a mechanic making $60,000 a year. The next week, you were making $250,000 to $325,000 a year, okay?
Right.
And that went on for 5 years. This article was saying it went 5 years, and then all of a sudden what happened? 6 months ago, everyone got fired. One day.
That's right.
Everyone.
Unbelievable.
Gone.
Unbelievable.
And this guy, the article is that he's back to making $40,000. And, he saved the money, thank God, but wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense, man. Well, listen, we look forward to the show. We'll give you a voice of rest in 20 minutes, okay?
Thanks so much.
Thank you, man. You stay right there, folks. I'm coming right back. Andy's going to be right back with you at 5 o'clock.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
My name is Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and host of the Trader's Edge Show heard daily here at TFNN.com. On Wednesday, October 19th at 5 p.m., I'll be hosting a special 1-hour event, Trading Range Boundary Lines, where I'll teach subscribers how to identify hidden support and resistance levels, the kind that you definitely need to be aware of for your trading and investing. You'll learn how to plot major horizontal support and resistance, how to identify breakouts and breakdowns, and how to project the next price move. These support and resistance levels work for stocks, ETFs, futures contracts, currencies, and these patterns work on every time frame. By signing up for Mastering Probability right now, you get the first month of my newsletter service for only $49, and that includes October 19th's Trading Range Boundary webinar. Plus, if you sign up now, I'll include access to my 3 1-hour workshops, the ultimate trading signals, the ultimate reversal signals, and the long, short line that every trader needs to know. This is an investment you won't regret. For all the details of the upcoming workshop and reserve your seat today, visit the front page of TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 75, Nasdaq up 44, S&P's up 9. If we take a look at the volume on the NYSE, it did 742 million, 700 down yesterday, 742 up. So That's still light volume on the way up, but you can see you got that expansion of volume. So this market wants to get up and test those highs that were generated out there from the downdraft. On the composite, we did 1.46. So the composites, that's weak inside the composite. We take a look at the SPYs. Volume in the SPYs was 76 million. That 76 million was coming against, yesterday we did 58 million. It's inside the range. I mean, the bottom line, that I suspect you're going to get the higher price, and it's going to be lighter volume and let loose at the top again. The Qs, we did 19 million. Now, you can see the correlation there. The correlation there is pretty intense, meaning we had gone down yesterday with only 14 million. So they're up at 19. The high out there has 19.6. That wants to get tested. Let's go to Rich in Oregon. Hey, Rich, what's going on?
Thanks for taking my call, Tom.
Sure. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man.
Say, I listened to you yesterday when you had your discussion with one of the callers about Hecla and the great action you saw in Hecla. Do you see any similar action in First Majestic?
No, I don't. Let's take a look at it. And I love this stock. This is what's wild, folks, okay? Now, this stock, okay, so First Majestic is AG. The low is 240, the high is $19.15. And what's so weird, Rich, right, is that, so this equity, folks, has the numbers. The last time that, this thing was going up, I mean, it was exponential. It was a great run. It started out in January at $2.40 and went nonstop to $19.50. And what has happened, though, is that there's something else going on with the stock. I watch it every day, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Now, today, went up 38 cents. It's like, okay, you got to start, all right? But I wouldn't bite on this just yet, because it's okay, what's laying underneath this thing? And let me just see something. So what a lot of these equities have done, folks, is that they did a 0.618 retracement of the whole move. Let me just see what this did. Okay, so this one did. See, this one also did more than a 0.618 retracement. Now, that's also dangerous in the aspect that the retracement was so intense. Yeah, let me just see when they're coming out with numbers. So they're coming out with numbers November 16th. And, it's just operating differently. It doesn't mean that it won't come back, but right now it's definitely operating differently.
Okay, and that's what I didn't see accelerated volume today.
Yeah, today was the first day that got anything going, which is positive for, all the gold and silvers. But, yeah, you can see if we go over to Hecla, you can see that, bottom line, Hecla started it yesterday, folks. Hecla was one of the strongest silvers on the way up in January. Yesterday it goes up, about 35 cents. It goes up another 30 here, and looks to me like it, wants to go test that swing point of 638. Now, what's pretty cool is that we're going to get a good idea looking at Hecla as, is this a consolidation? Is it building cause for higher price? Is it an ABC down? Now, if I look at this, let me just see something. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty cool. So when you look at Hecla, it's not an ABC down. 12 million, 5 million. Yeah, because yesterday we did 8.6 million up today, and we did 7.9 yesterday. So the volume characteristic wouldn't be a definition of an ABC down, which is great in the context because right now my own head is out as to, what this is trying to do. I expect that counter trend bounce to continue.
It's just you don't see First Majestic participating.
Right now, it's not. No. Right now, I'd get it into a different silver stock.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, man. Have a great one.
All right. Thanks very much, Tom.
Have a safe one. If we do go over to the XAU and the HUI, we'll get those volumes. The volumes come out later, like 8 o'clock at night, and the XAU and the HUI. But they both, folks, got into the downdraft from October 4th. The XAU, Philadelphia Gold and Silver Index, was up $3.10. We're trading 85.34, and it had to get back inside 83.23, and it did. And it got in it nice, too. It didn't just touch it. The Gold Bugs Index got into it even better. The Gold Bugs Index was up $8. it had to get back inside $203.55, and you're at 211. This is going to be cool, too, because when I get those volumes tonight, we'll know if, in fact, we took out the 13th. What we did have when we were talking about this at 4 o'clock, if you're trading the GDX and the GDXJ, it's important that you keep your eye on these because the volumes come in at the end of the day on these folks. And prior to the end of the day, it looked like the GDX was going to have light volume in the GDXJ. Well, the GDX came in with heavier volume than the swing point, which is really positive. We came in with 80 million shares, but watch, I want to show you something. So, and this is where it comes down to, it did 16.5 million at the close. Now, how do you do 16.5 million at the close? Okay, so what happens is this. Let me pull this up for you, and I'm going to show you something on this. Okay, so if you happen to be looking at my Bloomberg, I'm going to show you how this works. You're on the left-hand side, you're going to see INAV. That is the intraday NAV. So they closed the GDX at $24.20. Now, the GDX, however, is worth $24.13 when you take all the stocks, put them together. Well, what happens is that the sponsor of the Market Vectors Gold Miners Trust has to get the price close to that NAV. And what happens is that in a day like today, because we did not get a pullback inside the GDX or the GDXJ, bottom line, they had to keep the bid out there. And what happens is that it's not that the Van Eck does not have to go in the market, folks, and actually buy these. They can create the equities. So an ETF, okay? So what this is, I'm going to go through this slow so you can see how this works. An ETF is created and destroyed, okay, by the participants that the sponsor allows into the ETF. And just about, as long as you have enough money, you can be a creator or a destroyer of them. Now, if you're still watching the screen, what you're going to see is that creation unit size, 50,000. Creation fee, $500. Redeem process in-kind cash. That right there, that is how ETFs get created and destroyed. So when it goes down, bottom line, it can cash them in the other side, and the creator or destroyer turns around and gets money, or turns around and creates the shares. And at the end of the day, that's what that big number is. And I'm going to go through the GDXJ so I can show you how they create it at the end of the day. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just announced a special offer for subscribers to his trading service, Fibonacci 24/7. Right now, you can get a month of Larry's Fibonacci 24/7 while gaining access to his upcoming live webinar, The Pattern That H.M. Gartley Missed, taking place Wednesday, October 26th. This live workshop will be archived for subscribers if you cannot attend live. And if you order right now, we'll also send you a copy of Larry's book, A Trader's Guide to Financial Astrology. This book retails for $90, but we'll send it to you as part of this special offer that runs through the night of the workshop, Wednesday, October 26th. Sign up now and get a free copy of Larry's book, a month of his Fibonacci 24/7 trading service, and a live workshop on the pattern that H.M. Gartley missed. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, this is an offer that you can't let pass you by. Sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And, of course, you stay right there. Man, Mr. Andy Hecht's going to be coming up next, and it looks like he's going to have the API numbers for you, and it looks like they're quite bullish. Let's see, UWTI. Let's see what's happening out here. So the UWTA, which is the velocity 300% bullish crude oil index, that closed at $27.47. That's trading right now at 28.02. You know, so let me see, put this. CLZ 6. Yeah, oil just got a spike too. So oil was just trading $50.67. Now you're at 51.04, and at 51.04. Yeah, this oil last week. This is a high volume swing that has volume too. That's hanging up here at 52.16. So you've cleared $50.59, and you know what that puts game on? Man, oh man, that puts game on 53.62. So what you're going to get, let me go over to ExxonMobil for a second, because these have been dogs. But bottom line, Exxon was up 23 cents today. That'll put a little juice in Exxon, but I wouldn't be buying it. It's still a dog. Well, it's not a dog, but it's been down quite a bit. It wants to go lower. We take a look at the Chevron's at 101.79, and this will go higher also. There's a question in the den. I don't understand why I think the NQs will go higher with its failure on price and volume. Because of the fact, what you've had is this, okay? The market keeps failing on price and volume, the S&Ps and the Dow Industrials. The NQs, okay, went to a high, and there's no sellers on the NQs on the way down, folks. That's why this NQ wants to make another high. You know, you have divergence. You have divergence inside those indices, you know, and I think the most deviant thing that it can do is get up to another high, and it will fail, you know. So the correlation is absolutely different. And the pullback inside of these markets in general are so minimal, okay? You know, you can, I'm a bear, but you can make the case that we haven't even pulled back. Now, that being said, that's the NDX 100 and the NASDAQ. And when I put them together, see, that's the most deviant thing that the market can do. What happens is that when you look at a lot of different indices and different currencies, what I try to do is you put those together to make theoretically the best case that you can make as to what I've seen and what I think is going on there. And what I'm always doing is I'm looking for harmony. And believe it or not, with the Dow and the NASDAQ, the Dow and the S&P not being able to take out that September 9th level and the NASDAQ going at highs, that actually is harmony. And the reason that it's harmony is that for bulls and bears, when you get up to highs, the bulls have been scared to buy at highs. The bears, some of them have been scared to sell at highs. And the NASDAQ, that totally makes sense. And that stops a lot of the selling happening in the S&P, which, you know, that's what I've just seen over the course of years. That's kind of like how markets like to move. Because you know what, folks? The market's job is to take the most amount of money away from the most amount of people in the least amount of time. And it's very efficient. You stay right there, man. Mr. Andy Heck's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Of course, we look forward to speaking right back here, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.